Good evening all. This is game 1 of 3 in ITSL, because we're making it an unofficial best of 3 for our winning in, just to get more games in, have some more fun. Yeah, I need to change my... Oh no, the delay's on, that's good. So should be streaming on a 15-minute delay. I bleeding hope so. I'm USSR for this game 1, and I've got the glorious socialist governments and potential NATO combo, so that's all good. So those watching on YouTube, I should be streaming this on a 15-minute delay, so let's find out if that's actually the case or not. Yeah, good. It says that my stream is currently offline, which it should, because I have only just started. So as USSR, obviously, if Fidel doesn't get enacted and I don't have D-Style and Decol, it's a great opportunity to get rid of CIA this turn. We'll go 4-4-1. 1 in Austria. Happy with that. Cool. So I've learned something today, which is nice as well, thanks to Franck, or N3ige, as his character is. Let's plug in our cards. So containment and CIA and NATO on the bad side. And US, Japan, blimey. And then on the good side, we've got Sogov, Warsaw, OG, and Formosa is the 8th card. They're all set up nice and quickly. Even if it's a quick defectors, we are going to headline no Warsaw Pact. Let's not be stupid here. Socialist governments. And we get purged. Delight. Love starting with a purge. Not going to stop me not cooing Italy. Right, so we're really praying for a 3 or higher. We do get it. That's alright then. Despite the purge, we're off to the races in Europe. On the off chance you value purging me higher than dropping Middle East scoring, we're going to use Warsaw Pact to finish taking Italy and take Syria. Yep. Standard riposte. We'll use containment AR6, there's no sense in giving ourselves a double ops disadvantage. So we've got no access cards to Thailand, Africa, South America. So we're doing this the hard way. So 1 in Malaysia. Oh no, just covering Europe. Well, we can't race for Europe. What does a one-op coup do? We need a 5 or a 6 to clear him out. A 5 is best. It's kind of gross. But we want to get DEFCON down. So, rubbish. So I expect to see a walk into Pakistan here. We'll play one into Afghanistan. Oh, that's gross because he's going to go 3 and 2. What else have we got though? Oh man, not nice. Tell you what, we'll have a coup with CIA, tip our hand, get it out of the deck. Double check first that, yeah, unsurprisingly, Fidel hasn't been invented. DEFCON is 3, but I might as well be risk averse. Oh, nice. He'll just play one straight back in. So, we're not going to dominate Europe. We are going to get dominated in Asia. We don't even bink South Korea. So we're going to cover Italy and play into South Korea. Not a great start to the game. Takes Thailand and dominates Asia. So now we're hoping to pull 5-year plan. With Asia scoring. Not a great turn 1. 5-year plan with Middle East. Close enough. So, 50-50 chance they're holding defectors. Which makes the best headline what? Probably Middle Eastern scoring at -1. Although NASA's not out, and if we get the coup off, things are alright. And it means the 50-50 coup in Pakistan's good too. So, Fidel is probably the next best headline with the risk of defectors as it is. So let's go up with Fidel. Europe scoring drops for -1. We'll UN intervention coup with US-Japan on Iran. Please be good. 50-50 is good. So he has to riposte in the Middle East, Egypt. And if he does, we can go Indo-Pakistani war. Okay. We'll take Middle East scoring for domination. We'll hope he doesn't have Asia scoring. If he doesn't have Asia scoring, we can also try for the 50-50 Indo-Pakistani war. I guess he does not have Asia scoring because he would have dropped it in a heartbeat. So what do we want to do? Event Indo-Pakistani war on the 50-50, space Eastern European unrest, events, well, event, you know, use special relationship. So he's ditching blockade. Let's hope for D-style. Yeah, great. Always nice to see that go back in the deck in the early game. Not going to get any better. Come on, big money. No whammies and stop. Yes, bonus. At least the rolls have been really good to me. The purge wasn't so hot. Everything else has been gravy. So he now has to take India. We are going to take Japan and hope to avoid US-Japan. And even if we don't, we've got a 5-year plan. Although, of course, he has Formosa, Taiwan. So, overly hasty there, perhaps. Such is life. He gets off to space first. Okay, in which case, I will take Taiwan. Okay, so we're now hoping to fade US-Japan through turn 3. So AR6 will be 1 in East Germany, 1 in Afghanistan. Because we haven't seen Truman yet. Cambridge 5 left, didn't it? Yeah. Let's hope for a bink on that. Big 6. Need all the points we can get. No surprises there. 1 in Pakistan, 1 in East Germany. So, not the greatest of starts, having to give up the China card and sailing close to the wind on Japan. If we can get Indo-Pakistani war in the reshuffle, India looks juicy. NASA's still in the deck. We'll want to get a coup off on Egypt if we can. And with Duck and Cover gone and CIA out the deck, there's hope. So he'll event and repair. And play to the side. Sensible. Right. Reshuffle. I got Asia scoring. I got Purge and captured Nazi. So I can at least punt Asia scoring if it goes badly for me. So he's got decol as well. I didn't get any of my D cards, which is a bummer. We are ops rich enough to purge here, so let's give it a blast. No defect. Okay. So, no coup, but we get Asia scoring for -1. Could be worse. Next up, we will start pressing for domination in Middle East and Europe. We should play into Algeria. We'll be spacing independent reds. He's gone straight to Algeria. That's not bad. We'll give him lots to think about. But only in the early war regions, unfortunately. They are at least unable to space decol under purge. We want to wait for Truman Doctrine to go before we do any shenanigans in France. So we're underdeveloped in the mid-war regions, but it's now looking slightly better in the Middle East. Oh, hi, Yuri. Great. Nice to know there's one in the lobby. It's just gone live. Okay, he's going IPW. Miss, miss, miss. He misses. Woof. So he's going to get mill-ops, but I can also get them by queuing on Costa Rica, so that's not a major concern. He's indicating he's not holding either of the scoring cards. So let's go captured Nazi. Okay. So thank you to those who've just tuned in now, post-live, on Twitch. Confirmed audio is working, that's always a relief. So UNI going to punt away something else. Would it be D-Style again? No, it's decol, of course. That's a good way to get rid of it, not being able to space. And with the one op, they did what? Because I was busy clearing the card. One in Angola. So just toddling up through Africa. We'll space away independent reds. And we're successful. So we might consider additionally spacing to get to the 2-0 space with Olympic Games. So they've got 3 cards, 2 of which we know are Truman Doctrine. Okay. So we know they've got Truman Doctrine and NASA left. And they succeed, so I can't space. So I now take the Costa Rica coup to get my mill-ops. We'll finish the turn with nuclear test ban. So if they play Truman, we can pump France. If they play NASA, we can take Libya. So not as good as we'd like it to be. We are flaky in Asia, but we're lucky we dodged it. So we get NASA, which means we will not pump France or West Germany. We will focus on the Middle East. Let's do that in case we... Oh no, because you can just play one into Panama. Yeah. We'll overload. That'll do nicely. So let's put the mid-war cards in. So slightly ahead of par on score. Europe and Middle East currently unscored, which is a bonus. The risk factors are US-Japan flips Asia for domination. We're undeveloped in South America and Africa, so who gets junta first dictates who scores South America. So those are the big risk factors for me here. The score is not as good as the scoreline dictates. On the other hand, if I score Europe and Middle East for domination, then and OPEC, the game's over nice and quickly. So scoring card timing is a big what. Middle East is good. Central America is okay. Cambridge 5 doesn't look like a terrible headline with defectors out. It might be a South Africa link as well. So I'm going to go Cambridge 5 here, despite holding 2 scoring cards. If they happen to have South America, that's a gateway card. And if they've got Africa and they don't drop it in the headline, I can also get some presence there. So let's go Cambridge 5. He drops Africa scoring, that's savvy in the headline. He's holding Southeast Asia though, although I can't do a lot with that, with him holding the China card. So let's go big up on Panama. And if he doesn't play into Mexico, we'll use D-style. I think he has to riposte into Mexico. And then all it takes is a Voice of America or something to turn the tables there. So at the moment it's only 4. I can afford to be greedy for the moment and try and push for 10. So we know he's holding Southeast Asia. So we're going to push through Suez AR7 for maximum damage. We want to try and space John Paul before they get spaced. The 2-0 square is a clutch one. He's going to go for it. Let's hope he misses. He does not miss. So we will take our opportunity now to D-style. South Africa Unrest wasn't a big threat card given it had scored, but I'll take what I can get. Okay, Venezuela's at risk of brush war, but then so is Italy at 50-50, etc, etc. So we've set ourselves up in as good a position as we can get. Although, of course, we have to event Yasuri at some point, so we need to shore up in Asia. Oh, he's an AR too late for nuclear subs. So Venezuela's at risk, but some damage is done there. So, hoping and praying for, although for 7 ops, we could push hard on Middle East scoring. If he doesn't have Sadat and no way of raising DEFCON, we might be able to bag 11 points there, which wouldn't be sniffed at. Ah, yes, he can drop that. I was a little hasty there, I think. Wasn't I? I think I'm giving away what I'm doing here. But if I can pump the Middle East and score Europe at domination, the game's over, and I do want to race to the finish line here. Dole! Okay, read me like a book. So we end up still dropping it just for 5, not 6. C'est la vie. Okay. It happens. Ooh, gonna salt purge? Yeah, you are. You dog. And I spaced John Paul. So DEFCON's gonna be 5 as well. This is not nice. DEFCON's going to 5 and I'm likely to be purged. What a great feeling it's going to be. It's going to be a double purge game, huh? At least I get ABM. And one small step. And I end A. And we're expecting to get purged. It seems like one small step's the preferable thing here. Allende's the other option, but we're not expecting to get purged. So we are expecting to get purged. We're not expecting them to drop South America scoring. Good thing we've got a lot of cards here that we are either dropping for 1-op anyway or are comfortable playing. So the other option is we space 5-year plan, and then when they space to headline peak, we one small step them. That's another option. What am I missing? Panama Canal returned, puppet governments, Allende liberation theology, Muslim Rev, Che, and ABM. Alright, so in that case we headline Allende and finish taking Chile. There's Purge, no surprises there. We take our first coup on Venezuela for OPEC. It's nice and big. They should counter coup. Oh, how did they know we had ABM? That's a bummer. So now he'll call on Italy. Please miss. For the love of all that is holy. Oh. Okay. I got lucky. Seemed like the biggest swing could be made there. And a fail. Okay, so one last coup, and then I can play into Argentina to level up South America, at least. That could have gone worse, but still wasn't great. Getting purged does not fill me with joy. So coup in Angola? Yeah. Right, the balance. We'll take Argentina. Yep. Before OAS or anything, keep the pressure on. Well, it's a bummer that ABM got snagged there. But I was never using it at DEFCON 5 before. Although maybe if you were being hyper cautious, you'd do it. But then they could steal Muslim Revolution and do more or less the same thing. I'm just lucky that Italy wasn't couped. Fine. 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 Can't be helped. Let's space 5-year plan. Please hit. Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay, so now we're going to do it to peak. It would have been nice to swing to that 3-1 square, but no such luck. So event 1 small step, event liberation theology, and event and repair Panama Canal returned. Oh no! At least they focused entirely on Central America. I don't like using VOA in just one region because it's very easy to mostly repair it. Of course, now 3 into Mexico. No big deal. Right, so we're praying for junta, basically. Nice. Nice to get the China card back. I expect to see Nixon to reclaim it. Okay, we're going to use Panama Canal returned, even though that breaks Panama, to at least protect, briefly protect, Cuba. Especially for Cuban Missile Crisis, and obviously just because it's easier to reaccess Panama than it is Cuba. And it's scored after all. An AR-7 will event 1 small step. Just to put some pressure on with headline peaking, hopefully. We're still hoping to see Europe scoring and come out of the woods with OPEC, but it's going to be tight. Rattling through the game, halfway through the game, 28 minutes off the clock between us. No, sorry, 38 minutes still. Whew. Could do this as a 90. So, quick flip through the comments from earlier turns there. I agree with what most people are saying. Hyuk hyuk. Even though eventing 1 small step means I can no longer space 2 op cards, Puppet Government is becoming fairly safe to event. Want to make sure that places like Turkey and Czechoslovakia don't get played into. But it is currently workable. That's not. I'm not going to not event 1 small step for that risk. Just seems silly. But yeah, we're still hoping to drop OPEC in Europe scoring to finish the game. Please, please, please. Brush War is still out there, as well as Junta. We will bury use out there, mine. That's 3VP if I can get it off. Defectors is still in the chamber, though. A lot of things to watch out for and worry about. So yeah, Junta would be a great headline next turn. If we can dodge grain sales. Being dealt Junta and Brush War would make me a lot more cautious. I feel like Emit's a play there, not an event even. Alright, we'll headline Peak, because that's going to make them sweat more than Chile. Chile Cuba. Sorry. Choking rubbish. So Emit goes from the pile. So the reason I'm more afraid of Brush War as well is that obviously it's a 50-50 shot on Italy at the moment. Okay, he's going to go for Cuban. No harm there. Worth doing. No. Ooh, just survived. Okay, so. Event We Will Bury You. Score Europe for 5 if Brush War misses. Game over. Is our dream, right? We can avoid Bear Trap and Grain Sales. Got to watch out for Brush War. Okay, cool. So We Will Bury You. Do we win the game here? UN Intervention. UN Intervention is in the discard pile and Saul's gone. 16. Europe scoring 5-21. Oof. That was hairy. I will admit to being very concerned. Well, that flattered me. That was a tough game. Winning it in turn 6 was basically my only option there. I think I was otherwise in a whole lot of trouble. Well, okay. What can I say? I got lucky today. It's nice that the luck went my way. That will trigger after I get my 3. Well, what a relief. My rating's taken a bit of a hitting because my person I'm mentoring, who's in the 1400s, is doing beautifully against me, and I am pouring points down the drain. Okay, so let's hop to the comments. Careless Gamer 84. Japan, definitely risky. Yes. Japan is massively risky. I mean, the only reason I take that there is that I've seen US Japan go. I know it's not coming back unless I'm unlucky, and then even I have to be unlucky. It has to come on his side of the deal. If I don't do that, I'm getting dominated, and I might be scoring Asia twice for domination. So it's a gamble worth making, Japan. Bulgaria over East Germany, Jan. I was thinking I want to try and make sure Europe can dominate. And East Germany is not immediately going to get tapped because it was already at 4. So I was looking to spread influence for domination there. Yeah, Yuri, I wasn't thinking about Southeast Asia scoring, so I should have probably taken Laos sooner. Yeah, big potential points in Central America, which ended up thankfully not coming to pass. Careless game, I was absolutely greedy on the Middle East. I was trying to race to finish the game, and I kind of didn't quite count my cards. Although if he hadn't had Sadat, I could have scored the Middle East for 10 or 11. So, not necessarily any regrets there. So, I'm going to stop recording and stop streaming because it's a 15-minute delay, and then I'll go and talk to people in the lobby. So, thanks for watching. A quick game, luckily, for me. But there we go. So that's all good. I will stop recording now and stop streaming, and I will thank you and see you when I see you.